Hello there. I plan to make bagels today. So I got everything laid out, but first I need coffee. So I'm going to make some peppermint skinny coffee with some chocolate grains and some French vanilla, sugar-free flavor syrup, and then we'll get started. But definitely coffee first. Alrighty. First up, coffee with my MCT oil and my grass-fed butter and my collagen. That will go in. Oh, my water's ready. One little pack of my that. I'm going to do a couple tablespoons of my chocolate flavored grains. Get the fruits and veggies. Superfoods. All in the 2 couple scoops that I'll add in here. It's going to be a busy day. I'm actually going to add in a little bit of peppermint oil and some French vanilla for extra flavor, and of course heavy whipping cream. To get my water. I need my frother also. So here we go. Looking forward to a great productive day. Gonna cook these bagels. Got some mozzarella cheese, got some eggs, got some almond flour, some baking powder, onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of Italian seasoning, cream cheese of course, and then everything bagel seasoning also. Alright, just wanted to get it frothed up a little bit before I put just a tiny bit of the peppermint. It's the holiday season, so you gotta have a little peppermint flavor, right? The little candy cane peppermint shakes and peppermint coffee and all that good stuff. Delicious. But the bagels are gonna be quick and easy to make. It's just still early, and I'm not all the way woke yet. Fill this up, top it off with the rest of my water, and finish mixing. Here we go. 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 Yeah, here we go. And I'm going to have to wait a minute to drink. See the steam coming up? Put it against my little shirt. Rather warm. But let me give you the ingredients that we're going to be using again. I think it's 2 cups of almond flour. Maybe 2 or 3 cups of the mozzarella shredded cheese. We got 3 large eggs. I think we'll have about a tablespoon of the baking powder, teaspoon or so of the onion powder, the garlic powder, as well as the Italian seasonings. I think it's about 5 tablespoons of the Philadelphia cream cheese. We're going to mix all that up. Put it in the 6 separate little balls. I'll probably have more than 6 because I don't like my bagels really big. But anyway, we'll put them in the separate little balls. Put a little hole in the middle and shake them out. And I think they go in the oven only for about like 15 minutes or so. I'll sprinkle some of my everything bagel seasoning on top of them. And we're going to be good to go. Alright, it's almost coffee. We put all this stuff away. It's too hot to drink. But we'll do a little sip just because. Okay, we're going to be cooking with fire real soon, folks. Yeah. So let me first give you the list of the ingredients for the recipe. And I think I may have gotten this recipe, I'm not sure, maybe from Peace, Love, and Low Carb, maybe, or Nom Nom, I'm not sure. But anyway, the ingredients for this particular recipe is 2 cups of almond flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I know sometimes I'll say baking powder, and then other times I'll say baking soda, but it's baking powder. Again, 1 tablespoon baking powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder. It also asks for a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm probably only going to do a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, but recipe calls for a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Recipe calls for 3 large eggs. 3 large eggs I've got sitting out. It calls for 3 cups of shredded low moisture mozzarella cheese. Okay, 3 cups. I got to make sure this is enough. I got more in the refrigerator if it's not. 8 ounces. And this has about 8 servings a container, which is a 1/4 cup. So that's only 2 cups. So I need more. So it's like a bag and a half of cheese is 3 cups of shredded cheese. So 3 cups of the shredded cheese. 5 tablespoons of cream cheese. And everything bagel seasoning. And with the 3 eggs, one of the eggs are used as an egg wash. So after you get your batter mixed together and form out your bagels, one of the eggs is you scramble, you mix it up, and then you use it as an egg wash. 2 of the eggs actually go in the recipe. 1 is used as an egg wash. And like I said, once we have everything together, we're gonna bake them on a piece of parchment paper. So I got that out from my pan, in a 425 degree oven. And literally we're going to bake them for how long? 12 to 14 minutes until they're golden brown. So that's the ingredient list. I'm going to get ready to bake as I continue to sip my skinny peppermint mocha. Alrighty, I've got the oven preheating to 425. I'm going to add in the 2 cups of almond flour. We got 1 cup, we got 2 cups. So we had 2 cups of almond flour. I need 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Get this 1 tablespoon measured out. Am I the only one that mixes up baking powder and baking soda when you're talking about it? I don't know. Anyway, we combined the almond flour, the baking powder. We're going to combine a teaspoon now of the various seasoning, which is a teaspoon of garlic powder. Oh, okay. That's a nice little bit. A teaspoon of that. Also a teaspoon of onion powder. Let's get with that. Yeah, I've got some going in the hole and some going in the bowl. Some going in the spoon and some going in the bowl. And it asked for a teaspoon of Italian. Not my favorite, so I'm not doing a full half of this. I'm just doing half. Yeah. I didn't like, just the Italian seasoning and the bagel didn't do it for me. I wasn't necessarily looking for such a savory flavor. But if you are, have at it. So again, the recipe called for mixing all of that together first in the bowl. So I have almond flour, baking powder, garlic powder, onion powder, and the dried Italian. Mix until well combined. So I'm just going to mix all that up in this particular bowl. Next we have the 3 eggs. Like I said, one of the eggs, it asks you to crack it separately and just fork whisk it together. because again, this one is going to be used as the egg wash for the bagel. So I've got that whisk up a little bit. That will stay off to the side. It then asks us to, in a large bowl, mix the mozzarella cheese. Again, 3 cups, so it did end up being like a bag and a half. So 3 cups of the mozzarella cheese that we're gonna end up microwaving, along with the 5 tablespoons of cream cheese, and I had that much left over. I'm just gonna dump it all in there together. And then we're supposed to microwave this for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Take it from out, stir it, and then microwave it again for about another minute or so. So this is gonna go in the microwave for the allotted time, and then we'll be back to combine the two together. Yummy. Okay, to the microwave. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Be back in a flash. So after the first little minute, it is a bit melted. It asks us to mix it and then put it in again. So do a bit of mixing, and it'll go back in the microwave for another minute. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, you see it moving around in the bowl. So we'll mix it. A nice stringy, cheesy mixture. It tells us to stir it until combined. So I'm mixing until it's well combined, which is kind of weird when you're figuring it well combined, because let me show you what it's like. Yeah, that's what it's like. But anyway, we're mixing it until well combined. It then tells us to add the leftover 2 eggs. Let me move down a little bit. So I'm going to add in the leftover 2 eggs. Egg number 1. Egg number 2. Needed to rinse off the little bit of egg. Add in the 2 egg yolks and the almond flour mixture. So let me try to stir this egg in just a notch. And then the almond flour mixture I'm also going to pour in, that I had mixed together. Okay, there we go with all of that being added in. And again, we have the leftover egg. That's going to be our egg wash. Mix until all ingredients are well incorporated. If the dough gets too stringy and unworkable, simply put it back in the microwave for 30 seconds to soften and continue mixing. So let me try to show you what it's looking like currently for mixing together. So not too stringy yet, but it just might be soon, huh? It just may be. So I'm going to put it back in the microwave for a couple seconds and finish the mixing, and then we'll finish it up together. So for me, ensuring that the dough was all mixed in well together was making sure like there were no clumps of the almond flour. And so we've managed to ensure that that isn't the case. This is what the dough looks like. Almost looks like a big old pan of garlic mashed potatoes or something, huh? But yeah, I was just making sure that there were no lumps or anything with the almond flour in the batter. So now we'll get ready to portion this off into separate little dough balls and shape them into our bagel shape. And let me add that this dough smells delicious. Between the Italian season, the garlic and the onion powder, Yeah, it smells delicious. Okay, so the oven is preheated. We've got the dough mixed up. I've got some parchment paper to go on the baking sheet here. The next step, sorry for the extra noise. As I get the pan ready. The next step is to divide the dough into 6 equal portions and then to roll each portion into a ball. Again, we'll see if I end up with 6. Let me just show you let me pull out a piece just so you can see how pliable it ends up being. So this would be kind of a big one, I think. Again, I'm weird and I don't like them so big. So this would be one little ball. So once you divide it into a ball, we're supposed to gently press your finger into the center of each dough ball. So there's my finger coming through. And then stretch the ring to make a small hole to make it into a bagel shape. And then what we do with each of these, once of course we have it on the sheet, put this down. Once we have it onto the sheet, we close this piece up. We would take the egg wash. We would brush the top with the egg wash. I am not the egg wash queen, so I would just like put some across the top. Right? Yep, that would be me with extra egg all in the middle. I'll attempt to spread it over. Get what's out there. Attempt to put that over there. And then after you brush the top, you top it with some of the everything bagel seasoning. So I would just... So, this is what I'll do for the next 6 or 7 or however many I end up making. And we bake it, like I said, on the middle rack. We then bake it on the middle rack, again, 425 degree oven. Bake it on that middle rack for 12 to 14 minutes or until golden brown. So let me get the rest of the bagels ready and we'll get them in the oven. Okay, so I got 8 balls out of the dough versus the 6 that the recipe calls for. Now I'll get the other 7 shaped and sprinkled with the egg wash as well as the everything bagel seasoning. Yeah, I need to invest in one of those little brushes. Maybe that should be on my list for Santa. And then our bagel seasoning, everything bagel. 6 more to go. They're coming along pretty good. Got a couple minutes left for them to be in the oven. Then we'll have bagels. Okay, there's the beep. Let's check them out. Okay, hot off the presses. Keto Bagels. We'll let them cool. I like to actually put a little bit of butter on top of everything just because. So I do have the butter out. And even though we got the everything bagel seasoning already on top of them all, I am going to add, just going to go over tap the top of each one with a little bit of butter. Butter makes everything better, right? Just like bacon. And then we'll pull them apart after they cool for a bit. I'm actually going to turn them over and put butter on the bottom too. That's what I do with biscuits. So, turn them over and go along the bottom of each one with the butter as they sit and continue to cool. Oh boy. Alrighty, the bagels are all done, out of the oven. Here's a little piece that I pulled off because I'm really not hungry because I had my keto coffee this morning. But I'll taste this little piece. Delicious. Show you one up close and personal. Pull it apart a little bit. Still hot, fresh out the oven. Yum, yum, yum. So again, a nice, easy, simple recipe that you can follow along and make your own keto bagels. After they cool, I'll slice them in half and add some cream cheese to them, or maybe toast it in a skillet and make a little sandwich. But definitely a delicious keto bagel. So hope you enjoyed the video. Follow along with the recipe. Let me know if you make it and how well you enjoy them. All right? Have a great day. Peace.